Welcome to another episode of Instant Roleplay Live. I'm joined by an entirely new crew this time to take D&D 5e for another go in Tabletop Simulator. We have a new adventure. It ties into the world of our previous adventures, but this is an entirely original game, so if you haven't seen anything else before from the Instant Roleplay series, this is a perfect starting point as well. I'm going to go through my guests and introduce them one by one. I think probably the man with the sexiest, angriest whisper on the internet. We're joined by Santifico. Santifico, you want to say hi to everybody?
Hi. How's it going? Probably better than me, because right now, fucking people clean carpets everywhere.
Santifico has carpet cleaning, so we're going to hope that doesn't disrupt our game.
I'm going to shoot him.
We are also joined by the queen of internet belching, Karen of Bob Gaming, one of our favorite people on the internet. Karen, how are you?
Terrified.
This is Karen's first D&D game, and she's doing it for an internet audience. So we're going to hopefully take it easy on her. And
as we speak.
if you die in this, people will understand.
Fuck it.
Yeah, right? Last Instant Roleplay, when we played Savage Worlds, we had a volunteer cameraman, which was an amazing boon to our table. I think it made the episodes that much, just so much better. And he was Hobie Games. Today, he gets to actually play with us in D&D 5e. He's our geekiest sci-fi gamer friend. Hobie, say hi to the internet.
Hi! My channel is terrible. Please subscribe.
That's kind of our motto, too, actually. Don't steal that from us. That's our thing.
You don't have a patent on internet non-notoriety, so,
That's absolutely correct, actually. We do not have that. There's a lot of us. Joining us from literally across the world on he's 12 hours in my future, effectively, playing in the middle of the night. Our good friend, one of the first collaborators we had for Instant Replay Live, Kenny D. Bacon. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great.
He's joining us literally from across the world, so it's a little late there. And I'm glad you can feel great for that. Meanwhile, our silent partner for today's game, Joe, has actually decided not to play. He's just going to take on the cameraman role like Hobie did last time. So Joe has been filming all of this, and we'll be filming everything you see today. Thank you so much, Joe, for doing that. Please don't say anything. We don't need to hear your voice. So that is, Joe isn't on microphone, so he can't say anything. So all of that said, this is our group for today. Let's start figuring out who you're playing and what's going on here. Your party is a team of adventurers who has been working together for some time now. This is not a group of newbies. You are mercenaries who have been together and have been on adventures before, and you've learned some of the most critical and important rules about adventuring. You know when to fight, you know when to concede, and you know when to run, and those are critical and important things. You were given a mission by a man who is a very big, broad-shouldered, broad-bodied, in fact, man who runs a small deli in the city of Galeem. He hired you because a good friend of his, unfortunately, had his wife slain by a hideous mountain monster, a troll located several weeks' travel away in the Durnhold Mountains. He gave you every detail on how to find this thing, how to kill it, fire being a very important element to that, and exactly where you can track it to. Your mission has been an absolute success. You hiked these mountains, you traveled up, you found its cave, you pursued the beast, and now you have it exactly where you want it. We begin in media res, in battle, with a massive 10-foot-tall, gorilla-like, green-skinned monstrosity. This cave
great.
Troll. And now we're going to give each of you your Guy Ritchie moment as we begin our combat.
I feel kind of bad, because you described it as an ape-like thing, and the first thing I thought was Harambe, and I'm like,
my feelings!
No, why would you do that?
Oh, shots fired!
There we go. Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
So,
rolled a 19.
Yeah, Sant, you rolled a 19, and you have an initiative modifier on your sheet. What is your modifier?
Hold on. Initiative. Where is my initiative here?
It should be at the top middle of your sheet.
Oh, +3.
Okay, so Sant, you're sitting at a 22 initiative, which means you're almost certainly going to go first. Let's go with who was red. Kenny?
Yeah, I have 17 plus 2.
Okay, so you're at 19, Kenny. And then we got a couple 14s over here. Hobie, what was your 14? What's your initiative total?
That's +2. A wizardly +2.
All right. Hobie and Karen.
-1, so 13.
13 for Karen. All right. And of course, our troll rolled pathetically low, and so it's perfect because it will be going last in this initiative order. So Sant, I'm going to hand you your mini here right in the middle of this snowy area. Place your figure where you want to be in this fight, because you've had time to plan this out.
I'm going to be right behind the guy.
Right behind him.
Super sneaky.
So your party is in this cave somewhere, even though we don't see them right now. But you've snuck up behind it. Tell us what we see and what your action is.
Well, you see a nice, super awesome, cool rogue. And he's just standing there with his knife ready to strike at this big, voluptuous green ass of this monster.
Voluptuous.
And as
Voluptuous.
his narrowed gray eyes furl with the rage of all things, he then pokes him right in the butt.
Nice. And what are you?
I am a rogue.
Okay, you're a rogue, and your race is, well...
I am a gnome. I am
All
a very
right.
small one, but I am big in heart and big in character.
So a small, super cool gnome rogue jabbing a knife.
Super into things' butts. That is basically my life plan.
All right, and because, as I said, this was a planned attack and you knew what you were doing, I'm going to go ahead and give you your sneak attack as well on your damage here.
Right on.
So you can roll your attack. If you hit, you'll get your sneak attack damage, I should say. But now you're going to roll your attack. So that's a d20.
That's D20. Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to roll that.
Oh, not great.
Garbage.
So you got a 4. You would add your 5, it looks like, for your attack modifier.
Okay.
So that would bring you up to a 9. But unfortunately, even having this thing, where it doesn't see you coming, it's just thrashing too wildly. So you have your freeze frame, you've snuck up on it, you go to take your dagger, and your plan is just jab it in there and finish this thing off. It flails, throws an arm over your head, you have to duck, hits the wall, and rocks come crashing down around you, and you scurry back a little bit, but you're still there, you're still in the fight. You're just not quite bringing it down just yet. All right, this is going to be a fun one. Kenny, place yourself and tell us what we see.
I should be right here, right in front of this wheel.
Okay.
And what I see is a really ugly monster right in front of me.
Yeah, and what do we see as an audience?
Yeah, no, I'm kind of
Oh, right.
curious about that too.
So I am Chicken Man. Chicken teeth. I'm a sentient chicken. I can have a basic human knowledge. I can speak basic languages and all that stuff. So I kind of look a little bit on edge, but I try to be as gentlemanly as I can.
Okay. So the gentlemanly chicken standing proudly in front of this huge green skin monstrosity. What do you do?
What do I do? I shall try to attract his attention while my rogue teammate is attempting to stab his butt.
Okay. And can you give me specifics on how you're going to do that, as well as what is your class for everybody's benefit?
Oh, right, sorry. I am a cleric of nature domain. I actually don't know what to do.
No, that's cool. So there's a couple different ways we can handle this. You have some skills that may help you. In particular, you have a +4 bonus on intimidation. It's a trained skill that you have. So if you wanted to, you could make this thing, or you could try to make this thing think that you are the bigger threat. And maybe you even combine some of your at-will spellcasting with that. So like your thaumaturgy, you could give yourself like a deeper, bigger, booming voice. Maybe sort of change the lighting around you so there's a dark shadow that you cast longer and bigger than your chicken should. Chickens can actually be really intimidating, guys. I own several chickens. Like when they're mad,
I've seen it.
Yeah, they're like,
bitch.
I mean, really, like a 1.5 foot tall chicken is like a little tiny dinosaur. You're like a 6 foot chicken.
Well, yeah,
So-
they're like
Yes.
raptors,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, he's a backpack motherfucker.
So
I'm a
intimidation,
5'10".
intimidation, especially if you mix in some thaumaturgy on your description, would be a perfect way. If you could throw in a one-liner, I might even be inclined to like help you out a little bit. And let's see what you got.
Come at me, bitch.
Wow.
The fact
it's a
that
very
Chicken
direct-
just said, "Come at me, bitch," is more abusive
Well,
than anything
See,
else.
that's an interesting choice. I mean, you could have gone with like dinner is served, or like I'm the biggest cock you've ever seen.
Or what's the matter? You don't want to go after me? What do
Actually, you
think,
know
chicken?
what? I'll go with that one. I'm the biggest cock you ever seen.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, so go ahead and let's get your roll now. So you roll your d20 and you add 4.
Right. D20.
Hey,
I got
that's pretty good.
17.
Yeah, 17, and then plus your 4. So this thing is 100% focused on you now. It immediately rises up and like, let's just say it cracks its knuckles and roars out, and there's little bits of spittle flying across the room at you, and it's coming for you as soon as it gets a chance to. By the way, and with that, Hobie, enter.
Yes. Okay.
And I'll bring your figure. Place it where you want.
Excellent. I'm gonna kind of hang out in the corner over here,
Okay.
feeling
Stuck
some
around
good
in the
vibes from
cave
this
entrance.
corner. Yeah. So, I heard something about fire when it comes to this thing. Fire happens to be a specialty of mine. You know, I am. Let me see if I can scroll up so I can actually remember my name. Varys Tearaway, Private Eye. When it comes to wizardly matters, investigating all matters, personal, private, magical, and sexual.
I like that. That all comes with your name.
Yes.
Like people know that just by seeing you.
Absolutely. So I guess I'm clad in big brown nondescript robes, so I can kind of fit in any crowd. I also have a variety of aliases that I go by. Currently, I'm operating under Spellsvor or Spellsmore von Magegood.
Oh no.
So I think this guy needs some fireballs
Okay.
or fire bolts, I suppose.
Yeah.
I'm not that cool yet.
Right.
So I conjure up a magical flame in my hand, and then I harness all the powers and stuff, and then failing more creative means I just throw it at him like a plebe.
And so with Firebolt, it is a ranged spell attack on your part.
Okay,
So
that's
you are going to be attacking me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Your breath stinks.
Well, thanks, man. But what I meant was you're going to be rolling your attack die
Okay.
and adding your ranged spell attack modifier.
So that's just a D20 and then plus my spell attack bonus, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Oh, perfect. Wonderful. All right, well, that's plus 5.
Yeah.
That brings it up to a whopping 8.
So an 8, unfortunately, the chaos of battle, the fact that he's now begun charging at your chicken friend, which you never could have predicted.
No.
Your bolt goes errant, splashes off of the wall behind him harmlessly. And,
I knew I should have, done more PE. My throwing arm sucks.
Yes, that's exactly the problem. And
It's too magical for my own good.
all
How
right,
cold.
Karen, enter
Yes.
the scene. Where do you want to be, and what do you want to be doing?
Badass. Can I ask a question before
Yes,
I move my
absolutely.
character?
Absolutely.
If I wanted to shoot a spell at said troll, will it go through this pillar, or would
No.
I have to be around it?
You would have to
Okay.
have line of sight to it, so somewhere
Okay.
out around the pillar, yeah.
I'm gonna hang out in this corner right over here.
Okay, and what do we see as you emerge from the shadows on the opposite side, flanking your spellcasting with Hobies?
I am a half-elf warlock. I am tall with dark skin and dark hair, and I'm very slim. And my name is Ilyn Superlady.
Ilyn?
Yep.
All right. Okay.
And I think I'd like to try and shoot this Eldritch Blast spell at this giant ass troll.
Yes. Or this giant troll ass, potentially.
You know what? He might be facing away from me. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, he's
It
getting
might
ready
be
to charge that chicken, so...
He is
Oh, hell
very
yeah.
voluptuous
I'm
as well.
So much ass.
Yes. Let's hear what comes of that. Let's roll your die.
Okay. I'm green, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Whoa.
I think you just dropped it, so...
Yeah,
You can
okay,
either
hang on.
shake
How do
it,
I do
or
it?
the easier way is just to, like, put it back down again,
Yeah.
and then hit R on it. And then it's going to stay
R?
in relatively the same place.
Oh, damn.
Hey! So...
You
Holy
saved us. Look at that.
So one massive Eldritch Blast right in the gluteus there, and you definitely hit. So now you get to roll damage against this.
Okay.
So your damage is going to be listed next to the attack roll.
Okay. I don't know what that means.
So that's okay. This is like very much an educational time. So you have different die types over in your tray here, and I'm going to go ahead and pull over yours. It's for a D10, which is this kind of diamondy shaped thing.
Oh, I see. What? Okay.
So you're rolling one D10, which is that, and then you'll add 3. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Oh,
And it-
that's right. R.
Yeah, either way. I mean, you can grab and shake it if it feels more satisfying to you. It's just that, like,
Whew.
well, that's a thing to say. You can grab and shake it if it feels more satisfying.
I didn't know
do
it
you
was
think I
that
do
kind
every
of
day?
game.
But, yeah, in general, if you hit R, it's just kind of easier probably to keep it in one place. And
Okay, well, I did that. We got a 7.
yes, you
so,
did. So you add your 3 to that.
So 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
So one just massive wave of force. Now, here's the cool thing. We want to hear what your character looks like as well as her name.
Yeah.
But you also get to describe what her magic looks like erupting from your hand. So
Oh, holy shit.
Let's, when you grab it and shake it and something erupts from your hand, what is it?
I could just hear you getting followers.
By the second. Oh, jeez.
Well, there is a cock in the room, so
Nice.
Okay, so with very little fanfare, Ilan lifts up her left arm and just opens up her hand facing towards this troll's mighty ass. And a great big wobbly mystical gooey looking thing just bursts forth
Okay.
and hits the troll right in the ass, exactly where she was aiming for it.
Yeah.
And
I want like a slow motion camera where it hits and
Yeah.
you see like the ripples over the ass.
Yes.
Like,
Man,
That's exactly what I was envisioning. Just seeing all like the
might need a
fat and the
second here.
muscle kind of wobble. More,
Yeah.
more followers by the second.
So it probably like rocks on one leg, crashes into the pillar a little bit. As it makes that escape, Santifico, you get a free attack because it's ignoring you and going for the chicken.
Oh, yeah.
So you can take an extra attack out of turn right now.
All right, I'm going to get and sneak up right on your butt. Like, right.
Well, no, you don't actually move. It happens when it leaves. So you stay where you are.
Oh, okay.
And it's just like as it's leaving your space, you get to take one extra like quick swing at it.
Nice. Okay. Do me good. Shit.
It's all right. No, that with your bonus, that's probably going to hit. What is your bonus to add to that? So you got an 11 on the roll.
Give me a second.
I mentioned that Karen has not played. Santifico, you've not actually played D&D before either, right?
No,
Like at all. So this is your first experience. And then we have Hobie, who's played some role-playing games, but not a lot of D&D. And Kenny, who has played some D&D, but not a whole lot of it. So we've got a varying range of fairly new players being thrust into this game. But I think it'll go well.
It says that I have a +5 attack bonus.
That sounds
My
right.
sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that brings you up now to a 16, which is enough. So as this thing stumbles away, it's off balance because of Karen's hit. How do you capitalize on that opportunity to sink your blade into it?
I noticed the rippling in his ass has just opened up a whole new world of possibilities for me to strike. and I find my target, and I sink my blade all the way into it.
Yeah.
And it was a moment of romance.
All right. So you get to do a couple things. Again, his attention wasn't on you, so you're going to get to activate your sneak attack. So you're going to get extra damage for that, and you get to roll your weapon damage.
Oh, nice. And what do I do that with?
So you need 1d6. So let's in fact, you were purple, right?
Yeah.
Because of your sneak attack is 2d6, I'm going to go ahead and copy you an extra d6. You'll roll all 3 of those.
All 3 of them.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Okay.
I'll bring 2 over for you.
Okay, thank you. Oh, God, video game. Oh, my God.
Oh, God, video game. In addition to this damage, you get to add +3 from your dexterity, because you know kind of like how to strike quick and hard. I don't know.
The precise point in the ass.
Yeah.
How to, just stick it in. Perfect. Awesome.
Yep.
Here we go. Fuck off! Is he enjoying this?
Let's keep in mind that's still considerable damage, and it was on an off turn. Like, this is just something you did as a reaction. You got that much damage. So you got 5 plus 3 more, so 8 damage out of just like being quick enough to slice its, you'll say you do like a kidney shot as you like leap up and plunge your dagger in just above its rippling ass. Which we've clearly determined that Solomon must have given you some key secret that the ass is the weak spot on a troll or something, given the targeting that everyone's putting on it.
I aim for the Eye of Sauron.
Yeah. So 8 damage in addition to the 10 Karen has done. Solid hit. It could have been better because of your dice, but you still nailed it. I mean, you still did damage. And now he hits Kenny, or tries to at least.
Oh.
So this thing roars out. Again, I said spittle flying at you from the previous charge. It gets to you. It takes both of its hands and like kind of does that claw grab where it forms a club with both of its arms and just swings away and definitely connects with your armor class. So it's going to crash into you with this hit for 10 points of damage, Kenny.
10 points.
Yes. So that's hard enough that it's going to certainly knock you dizzy for a moment. Your hit points, where are you, Kenny?
24.
You normally have 24, right? So not quite half your hit points just got decimated by this blow.
Oh man!
So that's like knocking you sideways. You're seeing dark for a moment there. Some stars around your head. Maybe little chicken eggs hatching in the circle.
Chickens.
Yeah.
Chicken eggs popping out of my ass.
Yeah. You're not so stunned that you're not going to be able to like bring it right back at him on your next turn, but you are hurting. So you need to either take this thing down fast or you need to replan your course of action here.
I'm kind of wondering, like, the better story here might be how the heck did we get this far?
No, you guys have. I mean, you've done 2 misses and 2 hits effectively, right? Like you're
I
not
guess.
that off.
I'm just wondering why in all of God's creation did we pick up a fucking talking chicken?
That's pretty novel.
Not only
That adds
that,
exclusivity.
we dressed it in armor.
Well, there were no better options for the armor in the party, so
Right.
Fucking
I think that's
armor.
just a comment on us at that point.
Well,
saying.
Sant, we are back to the top of the initiative, and now it's up to your second turn now on what you actually want to do.
I'm gonna go this time from an angle of the side here.
So walking all the way around there, you might not have the movement for that because your speed is probably either like 25 or 30.
Yeah.
Probably 30.
25.
25. Okay, right, because you are no.
All right, then I'll just stay right here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try. I was gonna ask.
Just so you
can
know,
I
each
try
square
to-
is about 5 feet. So
Gotcha.
yeah, you
Okay.
can plan out your moves.
Can I attempt to attack its leg to slow it?
You don't really have a trick or anything where you're able to specifically do that. Now, the fun thing about D&D is you can describe a lot of that kind of stuff. Like if you just want to say that's what your effort is and that's what you're doing, that's totally fine, but you're just going to deal regular damage regardless. However,
Gotcha. Okay.
However, you also have him tied up with your buddy here, this chicken. So because you're still attacking with someone else, you're going to keep getting at sneak attack.
Okay. I'm going to do the sneak attack. I'm going to go for your spine.
There you go. Sure.
Because
Yeah,
your butt-
you can describe it as you like, yeah.
I have already had my way with your butt. It is time to go upwards. All right, so I'm going to roll my thing here. And it's going to be, boom, 15.
All right.
Plus 3 or plus 5, right?
Plus 5, I believe, is your attack,
Plus
right?
5.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So
20.
20 definitely hits. So you get to roll your 3d6 again because you're getting your sneak attack. You also still have that second attack. Now your sneak attack doesn't add to it, but you could use your bonus action to roll a second sword attack if you want.
No, I'm just going to go with the 3d6s here.
Well, it doesn't take away from that.
Oh, then yeah, let's do that.
It's an
All
addition.
right, so how do I do that?
It's going to roll another sword attack,
Uh-huh. Just roll it.
and effectively, if this one hits, you get an extra d6, so it'll roll 4d6 damage. Oh! Or that happens.
What does that mean?
Oh, by the way.
What does that mean?
So that's a natural 20, which is a critical hit in Dungeons & Dragons.
Yeah.
So you not only hit with your first stab, we're going to see what damage that comes out to, but this hit means you're rolling extra damage. You are, you're able to get that second sword in. So at this point, you said you wanted to go for your spine. You're effectively climbing up this thing's back with your swords, just one over top of the other. And you're going to get, I believe, a total between the two damage rolls of 5d6.
A 5d6.
Yeah, so we're going to just copy 2 of these for you.
Yeah.
Well, it's taking its time. There we go. And you're going to roll all 5 of those, and then you add a singular plus 3 at the end of that. Well, singular and then 3 is not actually very accurate, but you're going to roll you're going to roll a 5, then you're going to add the number 3 to whatever the result is.
Ready.
There you go. That's all right. That one's going to be. We're going to say that's cocked. So re-roll that 1. Just tap R over that 1.
This.
Oh, just the 1. Just the 1.
Fuck. How do I?
It's all right. It's cool. click off, and then click onto or highlight over just the 1.
All right, this guy right
Yeah.
here. There we go.
Okay, sweet. So not bad, right? So, like you're sitting at 12 plus 4, so 16, and then 3 more from your dexterity. So 19 damage. Like I said, you are hand over hand, stabbing your way up, short sword, into this thing's back, destroying its spine, but I'm also going to give you a key piece of information for that critical hit. As you're pulling your swords out and stabbing in again, you notice the troll regenerating. Its skin literally, like moss tendrils, are like pulling together and stitching it back up. So the damage you've done, not all gone, certainly, but it's slowly starting to heal itself on the spot.
Hey, guys, listen, and chicken and lady.
So on the thing's back, you're just like, hey,
Hey,
very calm.
guys!
Exactly.
Very casually.
This thing's thrashing around. I'm just on there. I'm like, listen, guys, this thing right here, he's got some weird Wolverine properties. He's healing really fast.
So again, in character, so how many Wolverines in Dungeons and Dragons regenerate? You don't know,
I have personally met
What's
3
up, Wolverine?
I've met 3 of them. I'm just being flailed about, and you guys are like, why have you not seen the movies yet?
Yeah, get in character, everybody else.
My immersion.
Kenny, what do we? Let's see, the Chicken Man. I apologize. I keep forgetting the character names. I need to get in that habit. Burgar.
Stop.
Yes. What do we got going on here?
Yep, so I'm just gonna stroke the edge of the staff with my feathered hand, and then I'm gonna say the spell of her name, Chipotle. I mean Shillelagh.
Yeah, now I'm hungry.
Yeah, right.
And you guys are giving me shit for a Wolverine.
Hey, Chipotle could exist in this universe. You don't
So
know.
could Wolverine.
I mean,
Transcend realms.
Wolverines definitely exist in this universe.
That is true. That is true.
That is a thing. All right, so your Shillelagh activates. Now it is this charged staff. It'll last for a minute of extra damage and attack and such. What do you do?
I'm gonna try to hit his head. He is
Okay.
right in front of me, right?
Yeah, and it leans down over you anyway when it's trying to attack, so its head is definitely a target. So roll your
Right.
attack and your attack bonus. Add your attack bonus to it.
A D8,
You roll the D20 to start.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. And,
Nice. So that, what is your attack bonus on your character sheet?
+4.
Yeah, so a total of 20, definitely hits. You're cracking this thing on the head. Now you get your D8 plus 2.
Let me grab my D8.
That's a D10.
Oh, no, that's D10.
Yeah, and that's fine. There you go. That's the one you want to roll. All right.
Oh,
So it's
That's
like a 4 points of damage. That's enough that when you hit it on the face, you see some green blood coming out of its nose, and it smears that over its lip and then snarls at you. All told, all the damage is really adding up, but that one was it was a light hit.
All right. Well, in that case, this thing is at a critical lack of being on fire right now. I'm gonna have to see if I can fix that. So I guess I'm gonna come up here and get an angle of attack on him.
Yeah, is it the fire
Excellent.
bolt? Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's
Yes,
the one.
yes,
the
then it is
spell
the
that I
same.
keep forgetting.
That's cool.
No, I'm the wizard here. I decide what spells I'm casting. Thank you.
A wizard casts precisely what he means to.
Exactly. Oh, god dang it. Are you kidding me? I'm the best wizard, and no one can doubt this,
Yeah.
okay? It's just my throwing arm sucks.
I really want you guys to have this argument in character. I wish somebody else had called you on it, because you could be like, look, I'll cast what I want. You fire the spell
Yeah.
off in the wrong direction. Yeah.
You've distracted me.
Yeah. Yes, unfortunately, another just bolt of flame erupts out, hits a cave wall. You see some nice scorch marks, but that's all. Ilan, the one character name I did remember all the way through the round,
Oh, damn.
you are up.
Okay. Would I be able to... Is this creature immune to charms?
Is your
Can
spell...
I find that out?
Yeah, that would be something you'd either have to have a knowledge on or you would find out. But what is the spell that you're trying to cast?
Sleep.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't know necessarily without maybe a knowledge roll that's appropriate.
I think I might want to try to put him to sleep if I could attempt that.
Okay, yeah.
So what do I do?
So in that case, sleep has a very a different kind of spell casting. The first thing you
Okay.
have to do, let's bring over this D8 here. So this is your D8. You need 5 of these.
Oh my.
Good lord.
It's not damage,
Holy
though,
shit.
keep in mind.
Okay.
You have to roll 5d8 and either match or beat the number of hit points it has currently.
Oh.
If you succeed, it falls asleep if it's not immune.
Okay. All right. Let's see what happens.
Oh, there's an 8. That's a good start.
That is.
I like that you're
start.
rolling them one by one for maximum dramatic purpose.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, that's all right.
I borked it. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Keep going.
Yep. Whee.
All right.
Yay.
So 15 and then 19,
20, yeah.
27. Unfortunately, Karen, I am afraid to tell you that you have, while you've made a noble effort, and you've certainly give it some eye crusties to deal with.
Eye crusties.
Yeah. It does not fall asleep. It just kind of shakes off the drowsiness. It's in such a rage, you imagine that might be powering it through it, but it does not go down.
I just stand there looking at my party members and my shoulders shrug a little bit. And I'm just like, this is-
But you're hanging off your daggers in the middle of its back when you
You're pulling yourself up to shrug.
Yes.
I look at everyone and I'm like, there's a fucking chicken, a wizard who wizards wrong. And then,
Well, that's debatable.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could just be warming up.
Wizard. Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
meanwhile, I'm being swung around like a fucking little baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like a bad punchline. honestly. So a wizard, a chicken, and a troll.
Good times.
Moving right along, the troll is up again. This time, it's going to exercise its right to multi-attack. It's got a nasty little thing on its back, and this chicken who taunted it right off the bat is getting on its nerves too. So it is going to attempt to smack the chicken one more time. and then it is going to turn and spin its back towards that pillar and just scrape you off, Santifico.
Chicken
Definite
first?
hit on the chicken. Yep. For... Ooh, gosh, that's going to hurt. 12 points of damage, Mr. Chicken.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah, it's time to start healing or falling back or both. Yeah, and then the mighty shrug it's going to give to Santifico here. Torque, you are going to get hit against the wall for 8 points of damage. Not so bad. So you're just kind of smushed between the creature and the wall, rock scraping your face, and a nice wind knocked out of you.
Sadness. I am super incredibly angry, and I am going to go ahead and I'm going to try to keep climbing. And
All right.
I'm going to try stab him right in the base of the skull.
Perfect. Okay.
There's 17, so that's 20.
Okay. That should be more than 20.
Oh, 22. I keep thinking
which is
initiative.
definitely a hit. So that gives you your 3d6 hit. And that's going to be a miss. So your second hit does not get there.
Okay, cool. All right, so I climb up this thing's gross, oily back.
Yes.
And as I get up there, I'm right about to plunge. I whisper into its ear, "Welcome to Oz, bitch." Stab him.
God damn it. Now, do you mean like Munchkin Oz or like prison?
Like prison.
Oh, because you're a gnome.
Ah,
So, like, if you had meant Munchkin Oz, I might have been a little bit more inclined to feel like that was in character and reward you some way.
yes.
You know, if you care about being in character at all.
I do.
Is Oz canon here in D&D?
It
Oz is
could.
canon,
So here's
indeed.
how I like to
another
work on that
blank,
kind of thing. Like, if it becomes canon, like if he had said Oz and meant Munchkins, then maybe it is. You see its eyes rolling back as you like kind of fish your sword around the back of its head, but it's still not going down, and its other wounds are still healing.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Why is this
No, I'm
big,
not.
dumb green thing so hard to kill?
Yeah. So you're scrambling its brains, but not getting it there. And Kenny, you are up, Mr. Weak Chicken.
I may be chicken, but I'm not chickening out from this fight.
Oh.
Meanwhile, I'm running toward this behind
Now-
this pillar.
Let me explain why that's a bad idea.
All right.
Remember when the creature left Santifico to attack you?
Ah.
So
I think you can use an action to disengage.
Yes, as your
If
action.
you want.
As your action, but you wouldn't be able to do anything else. I'm not saying disengaging is the wrong thing to do. I'm just telling you that that would be all you could do. So
Okay.
it's something
So
to think
disengaging is one move.
about. It's your turn, effectively, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I should try to disengage.
I think it's smart, yeah. But that's what you'll be doing. So you're I'm not chickening out, and then you immediately chicken out.
Yep.
Okay. Hobie, your wizard Varys is up.
Yes, and he's gonna hit with a fireball this time, or a firebolt.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, I like to think that you could have just played it off. You could have just been like, like doing like finger pistols at the sky and like firing off the other ones. And now you're ready.
practice. I hit precisely what I meant to.
Yeah, and now you're
All right.
ready.
Here we go. For real this time. That's better. There we
okay, I
go. Okay,
missed
so
it.
that's
Weird.
+5, so that's 17.
Yes, that will hit.
Oh, finally. Yes. I mean, precisely as I meant to.
Yes,
So that's D10 damage, right?
I
double check.
believe that is correct.
I mean, yeah, it's totally D10 damage, yeah.
It is D10 damage. Yep.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So I'm not that big of an idiot. All right, so.
No. Oh, nice.
Hey, nice.
Yeah, a solid hit, and this thing has already been weakened pretty heavily. Your explosion of flame crashes into the face of this creature right where, Sant has it like kind of on a spin. He's trying to keep it distracted. And you just see the skin not only burn as normal flesh would from a firebolt, but it almost just instantly boils away.
Yeah.
And you're down to like hideous like bone protrusion and scarring around the edge. Sant, even your blade is getting hot from just being jammed in there too close.
Oh, God, that sounds unsanitary.
It is hissing and howling and now flailing all the more than ever. And what you may or may not catch in combat is that now by hitting with flame, you're stalling out its ability to regenerate.
Excellent.
And so it is now taking serious damage from all of its wounds and can't.
I will claim credit for that.
Yes.
but did not know that was going to happen.
I look towards the wizard after as all this stuff is going down. I look at him, we make eye contact, and I say, I'm touching myself tonight.
I give him a thumbs up and finger pistols.
Oh, no. Karen, Ilan is up again.
I think I'd like to try and hex this troll motherfucker.
Okay.
Ooh.
Your Eldritch Blast has a +5. You rolled a
Yes.
9, it looks like.
Yes, 14.
Sadly, I'm going to go ahead and tell you because it's so close. You are
Okay.
1 point away from connecting in this particular hit. So if you had rolled a 10, you would have hit. But instead, you probably have to just take your shot, and as you're trying to plan it out, but imagine now that this thing is flailing even harder, it's so upset and how tiny Sant is. He's just holding on by his one sword in the back of its throat. His legs are probably flying back and forth behind the creature's head as it swings around and around. And you decide that it's best not to hit Torque with your Eldritch Blast. So you go a little bit more careful and you miss. And it doesn't want a Torque on its back anymore. It's going to reach back behind its head and just start clawing at its own back, trying to grab Torque. Oh, gosh. Sant, I'm so sorry, but it's doing...
Oh, God.
It is doing 13 damage to you.
God damn it!
Which, I don't even know how many hit points you have. That
I
could
have 13.
You had 13?
I have 13.
Alright, so you're not dead.
Fuck.
It slaps at its own back a few times, and when it finally hits, you feel these, gnarly yellow, long fingernails, thick... I mean, they'd be bigger than any one of my fingers on my hand, and then they're digging into what is the size of a small child. It is Harambe.
Oh, no.
Damn it.
It grabs a hold of you and pulls you off of its back, and just the sheer the wind pressure as you fly over its head and then hit the floor. You black out before you even connect with the ground, and you are unconscious right in front of it.
Damn you.
I'm gonna try to cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
So I'm gonna roll for this. And I think the mage influenced my roll.
I mean, you're pretty brutalized over there. You probably have one wing that's a little cracked and broken, and you try to lift it to complete the spell casting action, and it isn't connecting. I mean, with a roll like that, your magic spirals out instead of going in a straight line, and it just bursts with radiant light somewhere else.
But it
And-
looked really cool.
yeah, I mean, there's fireworks going off everywhere.
Yeah.
And now we go to Hobie.
All right. Okay, so I'm concerned about who his next target is going to be, because I did sort of light him on fire, just a little bit. So I think my best option here is I'm going to spit out the best pun that I can think of. So I'm
Okay.
going to go hey, troll! Did you hear about the guy that lost the left side of his body? He's all right now.
Oh,
and then I'm going to
no.
cast Tasha's
Oh, man.
He's gonna laugh. It was hilarious.
Yeah.
So my spell
Oh.
save DC is 13.
He did not get a 13. So, way less than a 13 on my roll here. What is his intelligence, just to make sure, because it does say that there is some penalty there. I think you'll be fine, though. It says if they have a 4 or less, they don't get affected. He has a 7. So,
Yes.
yeah.
We're going to punish him.
Oh, no.
Yeah? Yeah, guys?
So exactly as you said, he finds that to be there's just half of his face is gone. He's looking around angry, trying to figure out what it is. You say your pun, and he looks over, and the half of his face that's remaining just kind of twitches a few times, and then it cracks into a smile, and then there's just a deep rumbling, and it goes into full belly laughter, grabs its gut, and rolls on the ground, just laughing. And it is mad and manic with laughter.
So we're basically friends now.
Well, it still wants to kill you. It just can't do anything else.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being real here.
Okay, that's fair. And it is Ilan's turn.
Oh, sweet.
Make it count.
Before anything else, it should be said that Ilan is covering her mouth in order to not
laugh.
let anyone see that she
Yes!
is giggling slightly because one of her secrets is that she loves puns.
Okay, so I brought us all closer together. And you know, that's the strongest magic of all is friendship.
I'm going to try to... I don't have anything to actually set on fire. I don't know. Would I be able to use Druidcraft to try to, like, set something that the troll was wearing on fire?
Does Druidcraft allow making flames?
You light or snuff out a candle, a torch, a small campfire.
Okay, yeah, then yes. I would say you could definitely do that. It has this kind of mossy coat on itself already that is highly
Perfect
flammable.
tinder. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
What that would do? Why don't you make a wisdom check before I have you do that?
Okay. What am I doing? There we go.
Okay, so was that a roll or was that did you actually hit R on it?
I thought I did.
Okay, I couldn't tell. So I will tell you this. The fire damage that you would get out of it might not be as effective as putting it down first and then burning.
Okay.
So
Okay.
because it is so you have this thing so wounded that if you were to try to light it on fire, the amount of time it would take for that flame to sort of catch up and deal damage,
Okay.
you can do more potentially, not necessarily. Honestly, it's a little bit of a mix-up, but I think you would do more with your Eldritch Blast,
Okay.
and then you can light it on fire when it's down.
You know what? Fair point. Let's do that instead then. I'll go for Eldritch Blast. So, do you want me to roll this thing again?
Yeah. There you go.
Whoa.
So that's a definite hit.
Yeah.
So now it's 1d10 plus 3.
D10 is that
Right next to your d20.
this one? Okay.
Okay.
Ah.
So 5 damage is what you end up with. So it's still sitting there, still laughing, and it will get a chance to try to unlaugh itself at this point. But basically you just kind of point your hand out at it, and you thrust that magical force goo at its face. And as it's laughing, you crack it in the face, you hear the back of its skull hit the floor, and now it's like it has a chance to break out of its laughter. So that's all it can do on its action right now. But it looks like it does. You said a 13 was your saving throw?
Yes.
Yeah. It reaches back and pulls up a handful of green blood, and it's like, hey, it's not that funny. And
Took you long enough.
and that is its whole action. However, Sant, we're up to you now, and because you are down, you need to do what's called a death saving throw.
Okay.
So all you need to do is roll a d20 and get 10 or higher.
Okay. Dice.
Oh, where are
I've
you?
never asked more than what I'm in.
Now, I will tell you, you don't die immediately if you fail this roll. It is
If I fail this roll, I will die immediately.
There's a few stages. Like you have to, get into a fiddle battle with the Grim Reaper
Yes.
before that's really an issue.
Right. Whoa!
Whoa.
What up?
All
Full
right.
points, full Phoenix down me. Do it.
Okay. If you roll a 20 on the d20, you regain 1 hit point.
Oh, wow.
So not only did you completely avoid death, but you are now awake as you lay there on the floor and can decide what you want to do.
I kind of want to start singing that song from Evan. Fuck it, whatever.
Evanescence?
Yeah, that one.
Wake me up inside.
Oh, no.
Yes, exactly.
Wake up.
So
Okay,
that
I'm
music
gonna-
starts drumming up in your head because apparently your gnome is from another universe where he knows all of these references.
Well, what happened was a long time ago. The backstory is that I had a master who taught me all of these magical
This
things.
is perfect.
He found this weird ball, this weird crystal-like ball. And when you stared into it, it showed such wonderful and weird-ass shit.
Yes.
And therefore,
now tie that
I
into this
learned-
moment. What made you as you regain consciousness? The ceiling is spinning a little bit. Your eyes are, slowly opening, and you have this faded memory of your master. What's the one thing he told you that would help you right now in this very situation?
Don't stick your dick in crazy.
Okay, I don't think that was the one.
That was
But-
probably
but-
the one that I would like the most.
So how are you going to use that information?
By going away from this.
All right, you're going to disengage. So you're pulling back. That's actually fair enough. Okay. So,
Yeah, I could see the correlation there.
yes, I do too. Okay, so you are safe. You have 1 hit point. And Kenny, it's back up to you.
Right. I'm gonna try to heal him up.
Okay.
Using my healing word.
Word. Yep. So I think that's,
Yes.
what was that, a D4 plus
You
2?
get that.
I love this chicken.
Yeah, Chicken, can you tell us what that looks like when you cast a healing spell? Especially one from range?
So I basically raise my 2 wings and I just flap around, hope something happens.
You catch some chicken wind and maybe an errant feather graces your cheek, and you gain
Yes.
6 hit points.
Yep.
The idea that the
Screaming, just screaming my goddess name. Henra, heal him, heal him.
I'm just watching this spectacle. I'm like, well, suddenly I'm better for some reason.
Yes. I mean, it does actually help, yeah. It's
You got
nice.
back 6 emotional hit points.
Aww.
Hobie, you're up.
Yes. All right. Well, obviously, this troll does not appreciate my pun craft, so I'm gonna have to punish him with another
Oh,
firebolt.
God. Okay.
And I'll say something along the lines of, "Things are really heating up in here."
Oh, no.
Do I have to roll?
Oh, dang it! Hey, this is +5, so that's 11.
11's not going to do it.
God dang it!
Yeah. All right.
I meant to miss that time. That was a warning shot, right across the bow.
Troll is so angry. Gosh, it has some decisions to make, though. I'm going to roll off. On a 1 or 2, it goes after Karen. On a 4, 5, or 6, it will go after Hobie. And
Ooh.
on a 3, it will go after Sand.
That doesn't work for me, actually.
6, it really wants Hobie.
Nope.
So
nope.
it turns, and it just
Nope.
charges straight through. However,
boy.
Sant, you're in its way, and you get
Kill
to
it.
kind of duck and weave and take a free attack as it goes after Hobie.
Kill
Hell
it, please.
All right.
Because it's just totally ignoring you. It's stomping right over you.
Ooh, I do not like that.
I got a 9.
A total of 9?
Oh, wait. On my thing here. Wait,
It's
no,
still not gonna be
9
enough, though.
Plus 14.
Yeah, it's not going to... 9 plus 14 would be great, but no.
Oh, no.
Total of 14 is not going to cut it, I'm afraid.
Fuck.
So, unfortunately, stomps right over top of you, just a little leg. You try to avoid getting hit in the face with anything you don't want to get hit in the face with. and it comes at Hobie.
Oh boy.
What's
Come
the
at me,
class?
bro. A whopping. Let's see. I'm gonna scroll back up again. 12.
Yeah. How's 13 damage work for you?
It's, not feeling too good about it, but I'll accept it. I'll accept it.
All right. So I think it just like body checks you against the wall. It just
yeah.
hits into you, and it like rubs its scarred up bony face.
Oh,
against
gross.
You.
No,
Wants
that's
you to know.
unsanitary.
Yeah. It just wants you to know that it's going to kill you slowly.
Oh,
And I
well,
look
I've got
at him
more
and I'm
puns. I can look forward to it, so.
I want to look at Hobie and I want to be like, I'm still touching myself tonight.
I kind of want to like wink at him, do another finger gun through the pain. We've shared a bro moment now.
Sant,
Like, we're
it
really
is
coming
actually,
together now.
as you yell that, it is your turn.
All right. I'm going to attack him. I can't let him hit my favorite pun,
Yeah.
dude.
It's fairly vulnerable given your sneak attack ability, so this is a good
All
time.
I am going to poke this dude so hard in the ass.
Yeah.
Still rippling buttocks.
I want to take off one of its ass cheeks with a cleave. Are you ready?
Ready.
This poor thing.
That's not a roll.
No, I know that's not a roll. I know. Here we go. Oh, son of a bitch! Everything that I love.
How
failed.
did we get this far? Like,
Yeah,
come
I'm
on.
starting to wonder,
at this
right?
point, I'm starting to think that we probably would have died just trying to leave the
Isn't that-
city.
Isn't
So-
one a critical failure?
So not in this game, thankfully. So in this particular edition, it's really just a bad failure. It looks clumsy. I'm going to remind you, you still have a second attack.
No, I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Be better.
You just kind of, you maybe you didn't quite, like, you avoided the meaty bits when it went over your head, but you caught a face full of loincloth. And so you're just, like, digging your way out of there and try to take a swing, and that gives you your 1. And then...
He's got his loincloth stink still just stuck.
And then now you get your secondary attack with your offhand.
With my offhand, I've changed positions from butt to balls.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm
Things are
going
getting
to
serious.
mutilate this. If this thing is going to kill us, I wanted to at least never have children again.
Did you just roll that 16, or was that
I did.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I did.
So that's a hit.
All right.
So begin your castration. Now, here's the thing. You didn't use your sneak attack on the first hit, so you still get it on this one. So you're 3d6, just straight up 3d6.
Oh, my God.
No adding to this one, just the straight 3d6.
3d6. Okay. here I
Statistically, you could still not... It's still possible for you not to kill it, but statistically very unlikely.
go. Okay, 6.
Yes. So it's that final snip as it's just leaning on Hobie and rubbing its face against him. You fight your way out of the loincloth. You say you're still touching yourself tonight, and then you drop its balls on the floor. The torrent of blood that follows makes it howl out in pain. It throws its arms up in the air, waves them around like it does really care, and it eventually bleeds out enough to collapse on the ground.
Ugh. I like that you just kind of had like a Severus Snape moment there. You know, like, I'm still touching myself tonight. After all this time? Always.
Always.
Oh, no.
When in doubt, just mutilate genitals. It'll always work.
I'll have to remember
Another
that.
great soundbite.
Yeah, I pull out my spell book, which is a old joke book, and I start writing down like his advice about genital mutilation.
Oh, no.
Also, here's another thing. I never pull out.
God damn it.
Wow, this is gonna be like really hard. Like, you should probably put like R rated. for
Yeah.
retarded.
Right.
Yeah, this is like a hard R at
Right.
this point.
So, guys, as you stand there, balls to the floor.
By the way, I want to keep those. I want them in my bag.
No.
I want them.
Well,
in my
you did
bag.
need to bring
Well, they're probably worth something. Right?
some proof back to Solomon of your deed. So this is a good idea, I guess.
Hell yeah.
However, as you reach down to pick them up, and also as you cross the room, Ilan, for having made the wisdom check before, you see that its ball sack begins to stitch itself back together.
Quick, put it around my head and make it into a cap.
Oh god.
That's what he says quick for. He doesn't say quick,
Yeah,
it's going to
no.
regenerate. This is the worst game.
I'm just gonna start blasting firebolts into this thing.
All right, and that is absolutely fine. So you just unleash just a rain of fire from your hands down into its corpse, dissolving away any flesh that could regenerate.
I'm assuming at least one of those hit.
Yes.
My track record
missed.
has not been great so far, but the ones that do miss look spectacular.
Yeah. As you machine gun fire into its lifeless body, you do eventually halt its regeneration enough that
Excellent.
there's nothing that's coming back from this thing, except maybe a nicely sealed together sack that Santa's like playing hacky sack with.
Hell yeah. Why not? I'll take care of it. If it gets too big, I'll just cut a little bit off, okay?
It could be worth something. You know?
What if it does like starfish kind of shit where it just grows a new
troll
from each bottle?
Oh god.
I will probably use it in a ventriloquist, and I will be like, look, this is my baby. And then I will raise him.
Wow.
Be my son.
That is one hell of a plan you have there, Santa. So, having survived your encounter with this deadly troll and taking considerably more time than expected, we will end our first episode of the new Instant Roleplay Live here. You gather your trophy, you lick your wounds and heal yourself. Healing Word can help with that quite a bit. And your prayer ability as well, Kenny. So everybody can basically just assume that through rest and through spellcasting you heal up, and you start to head out of here, making your way back to Galeem to meet up with Solomon to show him your trophy and collect your reward.
Can you identify this ball sack? Does it look familiar?
He can have half of the contents in the bag, but I get to keep the rest.
I don't know that he wants to keep anything. He just wants the proof.
Yeah, it is pretty proofy.
The proof is in the baby pudding.
This is not something that you can just, fabricate.
Do not serve this to babies. This is the worst idea.
We've transcended R at this point, where
this is NC-17.
we've moved. We've moved beyond.
So here's the thing, guys. You make your journey. You exit the cave mouth, and you have this thought that occurs to you. You could go back down the mountain the way you came through the Mudlark Forest, which is a several-week journey to get back on the road to Galeem. However, you're already in these mountains that the road that you would get on kind of is designed to cut through. And instead you realize it would make far more sense to simply continue your trek off-road and hike through the mountains, hike down the mountain range yourself, and just cross a little bit of desert and rejoin the road to Galeem elsewhere, saving yourself weeks. You're geniuses for coming up with this.
Well, I mean, I don't like to brag, but,
So we'll pick up from there next time on Instant Roleplay Live. In the meantime, audience members, you'll have about a week. You should go check out these wonderful people. I'll have links to every one of their channels following right after this and in the description below. Go see them. Go watch Sant to talk more about balls. and every other member here. Thank you so much. We'll see you on the next Instant Roleplay Live.